A stylized title card emerges from abyssal darkness, revealing the Titanic's last mealroom.
Archival footage shows the magnificent Titanic in its prime, gliding through calm waters.
Pressure sensors are nominal across the board.
Good. Let's get her in the water. Clear the deck. Deploying now.
From high above, the submersible is lowered into the vast, calm ocean.
The yellow submersible dramatically breaches the surface, beginning its silent descent.
With every meter, the surface light fades. The pressure builds, a silent descent.
The surface light shrinks into a distant memory, leaving the known world behind.
Surface light becomes a distinct, shimmering disk, rapidly growing as the submersible approaches.
The submersible dramatically breaches the surface, glistening in the sunlight, completing its dive.
Bring it down easy. Tech, secure the lines. Lines are secure, Supervisor.
The ocean's depths hold countless untold stories.
Bioluminescent organisms flash in the ROV's light, revealing alien beauty in the deep.
At 1,000 meters, the submersible's light reveals only endless, featureless water. At 2,000 meters, the ROV's lights sweep across the submersible's robust hull and sensors.
38,800 misses. The abyss yields its secret. The Titanic awaits.
Through absolute blackness, the submersible's light struggles to pierce the void.
After 112 years,
The legend appears.
The ROV orbits the Titanic's iconic bow railing, draped in delicate orange rusticles.
A macro push-in reveals a Titanic porthole, encrusted with barnacles, its secrets veiled.
The Titanic's immense, rust-streaked hull stretches into the abyssal darkness, revealing its vast scale.
A collapsed deck section reveals twisted steel, splintered wood, and hanging rusticles.
archival footage of a bustling deck transforms into a skeletal, rust-covered ruin.
The ROV orbits a massive, half-buried anchor adorned with barnacles and sponges. A gaping wound, a silent invitation. Into the heart of the Titanic we go.
The ROV navigates a narrow, debris-filled corridor, pushing aside hanging wires.
The ROV reveals a first-class cabin, a collapsed bed, an ajar wardrobe, opulent decay.
A simple teacup, a silent echo of a life interrupted. Time stands still here.
A corridor of peeling paint and rust-sealed doors stretches into the inky blackness.
The ROV reveals cramped crew quarters with collapsed bunks and an open, empty locker.
A heavily corroded wrench lies on the silt-covered floor, a poignant symbol of lost labor.
The ROV enters a vast, desolate third-class dining area with collapsed tables and benches.
Last Supper, never served. Plates still stacked, waiting for diners who never returned.
For over a century, this door has remained sealed. What secrets lie beyond? A macro push-in reveals rust-sealed hinges, layers of decay fusing the metal. A tiny gap beneath the sealed door reveals a sliver of total, mysterious darkness.
The rusted door grinds open, revealing a crack and a cloud of ancient sediment. Untouched for a century, a time capsule from a bygone era, perfectly preserved.
The ROV glides into a grand dining saloon, revealing set tables and rust-encrusted chandeliers.
The last meal, forever uneaten. A silent feast for the deep.
A macro push-in reveals an elegant china plate, its faded pattern and chipped rim preserved. A silver fork, dulled and silt-covered, its prongs perfectly aligned, lies undisturbed.
The ROV navigates a cluttered galley, revealing scattered pots, pans, and exposed pipes.
A massive, corroded cast iron cooking range stands upright, a ghostly testament. In the galley, chaos. A final, desperate moment, frozen in time.
A narrow passageway, lined with corroded pipes and rusticles, leads deeper into the ship. The ROV reveals a service area with collapsed shelves and scattered, intact bottles.
A bottle of wine, a century-old vintage. A toast to a journey that ended too soon.
The ROV enters a chaotic area where the ceiling has collapsed into twisted metal, wood.
A massive, twisted beam draped in pressed rustles. A final glimmer of grandeur, hanging by a thread. The light of a lost era.
The ROV orbits a gigantic, rust-encrusted boiler, a silent, powerful giant. A silent witness to the end. This gauge, frozen in time, holds the last readings. The ROV glides past corroded electrical panels, their switches and wires fused by decay.
A vast wall is covered in thick, vibrant rusticles, resembling alien coral formations.
These rusticles, living structures, are slowly consuming the grand ship, nature's relentless embrace. An intact section of deck railing, elegant scrollwork visible, offers a glimpse of past grandeur.
A pair of shoes, a silent testament. The last steps of a life lost, now an eternal memorial.
The ROV glides past a partially open suitcase, its contents spilled and silt-coated. A spotlight sweep reveals scattered bottles, some intact, a glimpse into daily life.
A collapsed porcelain sink, intact but silt-covered, reveals everyday tragedy.
The ROV reveals an elegant porcelain bathtub, upright and silt-filled, with corroded brass fixtures.
Touch of time, turning brass to emerald. Nature reclaims, piece by silent piece.
Intact wooden paneling, stained dark but with discernible carvings, lines a corridor wall.
The ROV sweeps across the grand staircase, now a catastrophic jumble of twisted wreckage.
A piece of the grand staircase, a haunting echo of lost elegance.
The ROV surveys the stern, a catastrophic jumble of twisted metal and broken decks.
The ROV orbits a colossal bronze propeller, encrusted with marine growth and silt.
Years of the abyss, sculpting steel and bronze. Nature's relentless artistry at work.
The ROV moves past the chaotic remnants of the collapsed Titanic bridge, a command center of tragedy.
Aston, the final command, etched in time. A desperate plea against fate. The Effuel Asterine dial of the telegraph, frozen in time, delivers a tragic, emotional punch.
Archival footage of a pristine bridge cross dissolves into a chaotic, twisted ruin.
The ship's bell, forever silent. No warning could save them from the icy grip of fate. A dark, jagged piece of coal, remarkably preserved, lies embedded in the silt.
Collapsed wooden deck chairs, decayed but recognizable, lie scattered on the silt-covered deck. A champagne bottle, its celebration silenced. The echoes of luxury, now just a memory.
A woman's ornate pocket watch, hands frozen in time, rests on the silt.
A silent graveyard of belongings. Each artifact, a whisper of a life lost.
The ROV orbits a cluster of vibrant deep-sea anemones clinging to corroded metal, life reclaiming.
Unseen, yet vital. Microbes tirelessly transform the steel, returning it to the ocean.
A small porcelain artifact, a silent relic from the deep. The ocean preserves these fragments of history. A heavily tarnished gold locket, still closed, rests on the silt.
The ROV glides past the Titanic's colossal rudder, heavily corroded and encrusted, steering a ghost ship.
A spotlight sweep reveals a vast scatter of personal effects on the seabed. A silent graveyard.
Shattered vision, a testament to the sudden, brutal end. The abyss holds these fragile truths.
The ROV glides past a massive section of the Titanic's corroded double bottom, a skeletal marvel.
A spotlight sweep reveals a vibrant field of deep-sea corals clinging to the wreck, glowing with ethereal beauty.
A fragment of beauty, untouched by time. The Titanic's elegance, still shimmering below.
The ROV glides past a corroded fragment of the Titanic's nameplate, its letters barely discernible. As we leave the wreck, a silent sentinel, the ocean reclaims its own, its secrets revealed. The Titanic wreck slowly fades into abyssal darkness as the ROV's lights dim.
At 1,500 meters, the submersible's lights point upwards, revealing endless, slightly lighter blue water.